First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yoshai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. We see the amongst the apostles and elders of great most rule well. Salvation and sorry, I come to the pushing wood on our children and say day in and day out. Constantly season or season, we say Shalom. Once again, let's go into, a quick expounding on a scripture here. And when you watch the things that are going on in the world, you can see the lack of work. The lack of that workforce, that work. A certain situation happened that I was talking to one of my uncle, and basically in the country here, non-essential work is closed. If you're non-essential, you're not supposed to go on work. But recently he got a call, right? That his work said that they need to come out because production is low. And what come to my mind was that what come to my mind was the scripture. It said the grinding shall cease, the grinding shall be low. You understand? And one time, it just show that truly and truly these prophecies playing out day by day. Day by day. I know what I will open that scripture here. There's a scripture that as constantly open with, and a scripture that it always stays in the spirit. They say, behold, speak down the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So these prophecies that are written in here that we were speaking, you're seeing it playing out. The scriptures say here because they are faithful and true. I remember some years back, I remember the elder that taught us, he used to say that, and used to bring on the precepts and so forth, and used to tell people that, the job that all they so worship and that all they so whole and in love with, that will come to an end, that will cease, and the money, the things all they love, the things all they pour their heart and trust in shall stop, right? But even going back to this year, to the point here is that when my uncle boss called him and tell him, the production load, that scripture ran to my mind one time, that the grinding cease, the grinding is low. You understand? Jump into the next scripture here. It say, remember now the Creator in thy days, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. I say, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and these that look out of the windows be darkened, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So that is what you see. The grinding cease, the grinders cease. You see in the workforce below, people are even working, and even in all this pandemic and all this shit that be going on, these non-essential work, they know that they need to make money, and they want the workers to come out and face that harsh environment. Let's to show you that these 1% or whatever it is, they don't really care, about you. You understand? So that is why that is scripture say, well, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, and pay it straight fair. Remember the Creator, because you pay your trust into this work, you pay your trust into that workforce to get whatever you want, and watch what happening. You can't even work. You can't even work to get your money. So right now you're just living off of wages you ever had. Some people bad spend, some people do whatever it is, and now they want to do what? They're gonna turn to the Creator, and shit popping off day by day, right? And as I say, when I hear that this scripture runs through my mind one time, this Ecclesiastes runs through my mind, say, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and that is what you're seeing, right? They say, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low, right? So and that is what you're seeing really and truly. That grinding low, no work, You know, I was talking to somebody, I just play a little game with, I can't remember what he told me. He was living in Florida, I believe it's Florida, he told me. And he was saying that the hotels, they had also fire everyone, send them home. So right now, they on a thin line, you know. Now they have to be dependent on whatever money they might get from someone or something they might do, or even what the government giving, the 1,500, whatever it is the government giving per month. I know the scriptures say, woe to them that go down for Egypt for help. Because all these things is just Esau plan, you know, to do certain stuff. What if it's time to collect that money every month and they need to have the chip to get that money? So you see him, you understand? Hey, and again, that was started with the second address. These, because they are what? These prophecies are what faithful. These words are what faithful and true. You see the grinding seas. You see all these things. You see all the strong men bow. You know, that's what you're seeing. You understand? And hey, we are the end. How do we building with faith? Because we don't see it at worst to come. Worst to come. Because day by day you're seeing thousands dying. The scripture say what? The dead body shall be, that's roughly paraphrasing, dead body shall lie in the streets. You know? And hey, I see videos of countless of bodies. And just imagine it how worse to come. There's just the beginning. The scripture say what? There's the beginning of sorrows. Right? Now I will bring one more scripture and now end of the video. Let's get it here. I think it's a nice 19 verse 15. Right? It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which head or tail, branch or rush may do. It say, in that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which she shaketh over it. And that is what you're saying. You know, so let's go back to verse 15. They say, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which head or tail, branch or rush may do. What work you seeing right now happening in Egypt? Egypt shut down, you know. And this wasn't talking about literal Egypt, but spiritual Egypt, which is America. Right? So with neither shall there be any work for Egypt which head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that is what you're seeing. No work. Things cease. Understand? And again, it was to come. Hey, people on the breadline. Some people need money. Some people have to get food, this and that. Hey, and all these things could just bring in the next wave. Which the next wave could be the RFID chip. To get where you need now, because you need certain stuff like water, food, this and that. You have to take the chip to get these things. Hey, and that is how heavy it is that you're supposed to be awake. You know, watching, be sober-minded, vigilant. You know, son. So hey, you know, just I say through the Spirit. I just wanted to touch on that. It have no work going on. Grind has cease. So that we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashami Oshai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. We set up as the apostles and those agreements run well. And salutations all the Hakim, the pushing with on to the day and the out. You know, continuing season we say Shalom.